Okay, hello, and welcome back to Sunflowers and Doors. I am in the middle of working on a woodland themed, waterfall book. Is that it? Waterfall? Why does that not sound right? So in the first one, we put the book together, we added some additional pages. I've since fussy cut a load of bits and pieces. We also in the first one made some paper bags which we're going to attach. So yeah, today is we're going to start embellishing and having a play with some of the pieces that we have got. Now I don't know, I haven't decided yet what my front cover is going to be. I will probably want a piece of card decorated with some of the kit page, something that's going to go with it. And I'll then probably want, I love these blue tits, I'd like to kind of incorporate those a little bit, I think, onto the cover if I can. So I'm going to put those to one side for now. I love all of the animals, mind in fairness. And there's some beautiful other pieces like, some raspberries, and there's a little squirrel there eating some raspberries. We could pop him on there. But at the moment, like I said, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. I do have this on my desk actually, and I love this. So I may put a strip of that down here and embellish that strip. I knew I left this up for a reason, even though I didn't know it. So that is an idea. Okay, I love this stuff. It's like a webbing deco thingamy-bobby. That's not the technical term, but yeah, so I think a piece down the middle there. Then we can add some, we could even do like a little, I don't know, what's happening with them there? Oh, they're on a branch. We could even do a little bit of kind of layering, you know, not this specifically, but, you know, something we could. So that's an option. But I think I'm definitely going to use this. I do like that. I love the colouring against it as well. And it doesn't hide too much of the background. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. I'm not going to put it on quite yet because I'm possibly going to be using some lace. I could even use the web in there, to be honest. This is going to be once I've sewn in the signatures. Yeah, I think that will look really nice actually once I've sewn in the signatures. So that's another option. Too many options. Okay. What I have done is I've started to cut out a few bits and pieces. This here was just a piece of file folder that I'm using on another project. And I thought I will put a dirty pocket. Oh my gosh, I really can't speak tonight. So I've covered it with a piece of the kit paper, and I thought it would look kind of cute here. And I think then I want to do a little bit of, I want to add a few bits and pieces, excuse me, to it. Nothing too much, nothing, I don't want it to be kind of overstated. I'm going to try and go with kind of minimalistic kind of look for this. So these are fussy cuts from the pad. They were on one of the pages, so I've just cut all of those out. Okay, I've done another one for this page here, and I'm trying to utilise some of the plainer pages. And I'll make some slim journal cards to pop in these. Now we do have lots and lots of, that's beautiful, but I'd want something on that. I love my squirrel. I think he's just the cutest thing. In fact, I think he looks pretty cool on there, so we'll go with that. I do have a smaller one though. Let's see what that looks like. Smaller. I think we're going to go with the smaller one. I absolutely hate fussy cutting. It's not something I enjoy. I know lots of people do, but it's not something I enjoy. But this was quite pleasant, I've got to say, when you're working with some really, really beautiful pieces. These tags, no, they're not tags, are they? These little words came with it. So I thought I'm going to utilise those as well. So I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. I don't want it to be too long, but I want to kind of achieve some bits and pieces. Yeah, I'd like to try and finish this off in 3 videos if I can, which means I want to try and do all the embellishing, or most of the embellishing now, and then I can look at the, oh gosh, I can't talk and think at the same time. I can look at the cover. Oh gosh, honestly. Yeah, so I'll look at the cover then. Okay. So I've got some of the bags somewhere. So there's these ones here. Now, I didn't want to put them on the plain paper because I wanted to be able to, oh, that does look nice on that, I've got to say. It does look nicer on that, I think, than it does on the paper. Yeah, so I'm going to go with that. So there's quite a lot of bookmarks to make for this. I want to make sure that there's bookmarks for each of the pockets that are going to be in here. That's the plan. Okay. And I've got this other one here, which I think I'm going to pop on there like that. So even though I'm filling up the pages, I'm going to be putting journal cards in so that there will be writing space. I'm not really sure what a waterfall journal is supposed to kind of focus on, to be honest. I don't know whether it's supposed to be full or what. But I do like the pockets there, and I will likely try to put a little bit more embellishing on these. I don't think I've got any rabbits here. I don't, but I do have hedgehogs, which might look okay. Nice little hedgehog in the field. It'd be nice to possibly have some leaves as well, maybe, I don't know. Oh, it's upside down. No, might do a bit of layering with those, or I might just keep it really simple. Just put a little acorn on there. There's just some beautiful pieces to this kit, there really is. Okay, I'm definitely going to go for the webbing around here, because I don't want to hide too much of that, but I'll do it after I've sewn that in, so that's a definite. And I definitely want to try and incorporate the birds on here somehow. Somehow. Okay. And I've got all of these beautiful animals. So we've got 2 pockets. I might have to trim some of these down or ink them. Got another pocket there. Now there's quite a nice bit of space to write on here, so I don't want to really do too much to that. I think I'd rather kind of focus on here, but again, I don't want to lose too much of the pattern. I'd like to have a fox somewhere, but yeah. Okay, some blues which are beautiful. Got some coffee dyed papers there that we can do something with. Okay, so for this one, I think I'm going to do a belly band. Oh. I think we're going to go with a belly band. And I think that section there will be perfect. So, just make sure I'm cutting this straight. And I need some card. Got lots and lots of card hanging around. That's going to be too thin. I think I want it just a little bit thicker. So let's ink this one first. It is such a beautiful, beautiful kit. I keep saying that, but it really is. And I'm not, I love greens and earthy colours and that sort of thing, but I'm not, into the whole nature thing. But this is really kind of made me look at it differently, So I'm going to pop this on here like that. And then I'm going to cut this off. Gosh, the lighting is so bad. It looks a bit like Blackpool Illuminations but it's really poor lighting. Okay. Take a tiny slither of that. I've just been watching another Christmas movie. Oh, I just love them. But this one was one I've seen a few times. I've seen a couple of years in a row, I think. It's one of those really corny Christmas movies. But yeah, oh gosh, I just loved it. Absolutely loved it. Okay, I think, do I like that there? I like the belly band, but I'm not sure if I like it on that particular piece. I do quite like it there. I like the contrast with the colour of the pages. Yeah, I think that's my favourite spot so far. So we're going to just go with that. Oops. Okay. I think I would like to have something on there. But I don't really know. Don't really think it needs anything, I suppose. I could put the little fox cups. They look quite cute. They do look cute. So I'm gonna go with those. Okay. So many possibilities. I just don't want to. It's funny, I don't want to overfill it, but it also needs, obviously, stuff. You know, that one there could be written on like that. I could leave that just as a writing spot. That'll definitely need something. I'd like to do a fold-out journaling spot. I do have some of this paper. Well, I have quite a lot of this paper, actually. I've got some of the coffee dyed and some of that one there. I think I'll use the coffee dyed for this. Okay, so we've got that. That is part of the kit paper, so I don't need to do anything on that. Now this one here, I don't want to lose it, but I think it might look nice with a bit of this beautiful paper, see? I don't really want to cover it all up, but I do think it might look nice with a bit of coffee dyed paper. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, there's darker paper on the back. That one or that one. Let's ink it, see what it looks like. And then we could possibly put something like this on the bottom so that we're still keeping with the background theme. Yeah, quite like that. Should I think about that then? Wondered what I was doing. Okay. Again, I probably should have used the wet glue. Just in case. So, nice bit of writing spot there. This is going to fill up so quickly. Really is. I might do some stenciling if I've got a stencil that's decent enough. Okay. I'd like to kind of use him on this page somewhere, but I think he's a bit big. Birds would look pretty cool on there too. So I do want to do a pop-out journaling spot. So I'm just going to start by folding my paper. And what I think I'm going to do with this is I think I'm going to use some band to keep it together. I mean, in fairness, you can, I'm doing this like an accordion, but you can just fold it over and over and over. It doesn't make a lot of difference. Except when you get it wrong. Okay, so that'll be a pop-out journaling space. I don't want to cover, so I might even put that one there so I'm not covering too much of the other bits. And we need a band to keep that nice and secure. Now, I don't know whether that band's going to be thick enough is the problem. So I might glue it onto this. And then at least it gives it a bit more thickness. So it's less likely to tear. Just gonna trim this down. like that. And again, I'm going to ink around it. And then all we do is fold this. It's definitely thicker. I think that'll be great. So we just fold that. We're going to glue it on the end. So it gives us a nice fitted belly band. Except I did that the wrong way. I want that to go in there. I might actually put a little bit of glue on there, this piece here, just to keep it together. Okay, it's better. So that will be there like that. And I'm gonna definitely put something on this. I love that. So I think I'm gonna pop that on. Like so. And then this piece here is going to be glued in the center here, and then you can just take out the paper as a writing spot as and when. So that'll just pop out and you pop it back in. So we're going to get all the space that we have in the others, but just not lose any of the pictures. But it does bulk it out a little bit, so I haven't decided on a closure yet. It's going to need one. Okay. That's beautiful. I don't want to lose that either. Got a couple of writing spots. As I said, I might stencil those. And I'm inking these quite heavily because I really do like the look, especially with a forest theme. Now with this one, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this to this. So instead of just having a writing spot, I'm going to use it as a side pocket with a writing spot. It's so funny because I start these projects off and I think, oh gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, I've got all these great, you know, all this enthusiasm, and then I come to the actual project and think, what am I going to do? But sometimes it just tells you, doesn't it, itself? So that's what I'm sticking to. I'll have to just re-ink around these edges, but that's okay. Okay, let's just quickly go back around these. I do have a brayer somewhere, where I don't know, seem to have misplaced it. So I'm just gonna go over that bit. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do, it's weird, I never get these bubbles. Well, I don't say never, I very rarely get these bubbles. I think it's because it's coffee dyed paper and I put it in the oven, so it never seems to stay particularly well. So on this one, I am going to go with a writing spot here, a pocket here, and I want to definitely put something down the bottom. It's quite a cute little bear, but I don't know if it's what I'm wanting. Something like that I think will look pretty cool. Considering I love in the animals, I'm not actually using many of them. Yeah, so we will go with that. Like that. And I am going to attach this. I might just actually round those corners. Just the outside ones. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, so that's going to be a side tuck or side pocket. What I'm really loving at the moment is how much of what you could technically call scraps from one project are kind of being used for other projects. And I'm loving that because I sometimes just have so many scraps, and sometimes you just don't save it. Sometimes you just get rid of it because it's just too much. So that is, well, that's where I'm at. I'm wondering, I've got some crinkled seam binding here. I was going to use it for the tags, but I might use it for the edging. I don't want anything too, well, I do want lace, but I don't want it too lacy because it's just not me. Okay, so I'm thinking now, more ideas. If you've got any ideas, just shout them at me. I do like that. I think that's pretty cool. Okay. Now I don't want to do anything to lose the fox on this one. So what I might do for this is, I did have a little bit of paper here, which I still have. I might do a top tuck spot for this one. And again, I'm just using the paper that I've got. That's not going to go. Oh, I don't think that's going to go either, is it? I wonder if I've got any fabric that might go. I might get away with that. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Now, see, I know a lot of people say, oh, you need to tidy your desk. But if I tidied my desk, I wouldn't have come across half of the things that I'm finding now. So there is method to my madness. Okay, just going to wipe this so that it doesn't seep through the material too much. And I'm going to pop this right against this edge in here. Oops, daisy. And I'm going to cut this down. A little bit of the glue's coming through, but I'm going to put something on top of that anyway. So, just going to ink around it. Like so. And I'm thinking of having a top tuck spot there, but I'd have to put something on there, obviously. And I'd want something to cover overkill. That might work though. I don't really, as much as I really want to sew this, I don't really want to sew this because it'll be the only thing I sew in the journal. And I don't really want to start something that I'm not going to follow through. So that would go there. I think I might round these corners again. Just for a softer look, especially because it's only a pretty small band. And I thought I had more little dutty things, but apparently not. I like the feel of that as well. So we're going to do it as a top tuck. I never know how much to glue with a top tuck. I was lucky. Okay. So that is going to be our top tuck. Oops, daisy. And that will hold perhaps a bookmark or something. Yeah. Okay, pleased with that. Gosh, this really is getting chunky, and I'm worrying because I have to stitch this, and that's going to be a challenge on its own. Just pop these back in here. Okay, so I need a bookmark for that. So that's 2. Three. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, I can't afford to be filling it up too much because the bookmarks are just going to absolutely take over. Okay, what have I got in my little to tidy up stash? That's a Christmas piece. This is my, I need to tidy it up. So definitely going to work on some stencils, possibly a small bottom pocket for this one, because again, I don't want to cover too much of what I've got going on there. So I'm just looking at my stash over here of things to reuse, and I don't think I've got enough there, but I do have somewhere. If you ignore the noise for a moment, I do have a load of coffee dyed bits and pieces that might be useful. Okay, so I think I'd like to use one of these. Pop that over there for now, somewhere. So I'm not gonna, let's just close this up and pop that out the way for a moment. Okay, so I've got some paper that I can use to cluster. I'll add a bit of a cluster. Actually, would be better if I measured to make sure it's going to fit what I want. Okay, and then gosh, that didn't rip particularly well, did it? It didn't rip particularly well. I think I'm going against the grain of the paper here. It's funny, I always forget I've got this coffee dyed tin because I keep it out the way. And yeah, it's frustrating then. And I've got some labels and stuff that I can use to kind of build this up a bit. And I'd also like to use one of our little, or not so little animals on this. Just think he's a bit big, isn't he? I know that sounds really silly, but he does feel a bit big. Yeah, I quite like him on there. I'm struggling what to do with him. So I think that's going to be a perfect fit. And I might do a little bit of stenciling down there, but that's okay. I have got some glassine bags. Now, I don't know whether anybody else has the same problem, but my glassine bags, when I coffee dye them, go this really funny colour, which isn't really attractive. Have I stenciled? No. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't think I'm going to have a page big enough to use that with. There's some tags here which might prove to be quite useful. So let's just put this back out the way for a moment. Okay, so we're good with that. With this one here, we can have a glassine bag. I wonder whether this might look quite good on this with that, or even on top of it like that. Yeah, I've got loads of this, so I'm not worried about using it for this. Now I'm going to need some glue, this glue. So I'm just going to pop some down like that. And I'm just going to quickly spread that out a bit, because I don't want it to be showing loads and loads. The only problem with this stuff is that when you do glue it, it's got that shininess to it. So, and then I would like to use, see, these would be lovely on here. They'd be perfect, but I did want to use them on the cover. I wonder, does fit? Just, but it fits. Tricky decision now. I'm gonna pop these on here definitely, just because I like them on there. Not really sure which I'm not really sure which angle they're supposed to be at either. Okay, so we're going to have a tiny bit of a battle with that, so let's just get some Fabri-Tac now before we go any further and stick that down. Okay, but I do like that. So that's those two. And then they've got some of these, would be such a shame not to use them. They're going to be too big for my little pockets here unless I cut them down. And I could cut them down a tiny bit. I think the other pocket's a bit... No, it's not. I'd have to cut them down quite a bit. But they would go in there. So I could put a couple in there. I'm going to have to embellish them, obviously, but they will go in there. I could put a couple upside down in there, although I think that would look rather silly. So no, I won't do that. I could use these in here. Where's the other one? There. Obviously I'm going to have to decorate them, but I could use them. Perhaps do some stamping. And I could use them, use one here and one there. So that would actually leave me with lots of ribbons and strings, but I think that will look pretty cool. So I will have to just decorate and embellish those a bit. Well, not a bit, quite a bit actually, but at least all the coffee dyeing's done for me. Yeah, I think I like the idea of that. So where are we going to pop these two things? I am tempted to keep that one for this. If this is on here like that, which it will be, it might go because of the... Or I could even put it down here, like that. So it's a pocket, and then I could put some sort of little plaque up there. Yeah, I think that's going to be what I'm going to do with that. So I still want to keep those. Oh, I've got these as well, I forgot. So I've got these as well, which I can use. Okay, so I've got that piece there, which is quite big. So let's have a look and see where we're going to pop that. Now these are centre pieces, so these are probably going to be the most... Yeah, I think that will look good there. Can't believe I keep forgetting about these. Perfect. It's coming along quite quickly now. Don't think they're going to go in there because of the way I've glued it, although saying that, I think they might if I decorate them a bit, or I could just pop them in there as writing spots. So they could just be some additional writing spaces. I think I might have got that up a little bit lopsided. Okay, it's coming along, it's coming along. It's definitely coming along. And it's getting thicker by the moment. I might have to think about attaching this you know, putting the threads in here, because before I put any more in, because I don't think I'm gonna keep it otherwise. I think it's gonna just get too big, too out of hand. So I think that is gonna have to be the plan, although it wasn't my original plan, and it does prevent me from making any changes. But okay, so I'm just going to pop that in as far as it'll go, and just put just put that on there. I'm going to do the same over here. And then I'm going to do the same with these. So one there. And one, oops, there. And then I'm going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch with that one. And then we can actually start looking at the cover bits and what have you. I think I definitely need to do that before. Not happy with that. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I want it to be really, really tight in there. Really tight. And I don't want to then lose my spot. Ouch. I'm making a right meal out of this that doesn't need to be made. But I really do want it right. That's better. And then these need to be in here really, really tight too. It's better. And this one, the same. Better. Yeah, it's a better fit. Okay, so the next thing is definitely going to be to stitch those signatures in, and then we can look at just tidying up the last of our pieces. So bear with me. I will be right back once I've got all the materials that I need, and we'll get cracking. Okay. So I thought the camera was rolling and it wasn't, and I have just put a 3-hole pamphlet stitch in here to put it together, and I've put that piece of ribbony type meshy stuff over here. So I'm sorry I didn't catch that. I was going to use the, what is it? I was going to use this on the front cover, but I didn't like it in the end, so I'm not going to. So I've attached that to there. So what I'm going to do now is just make a load of bookmarks and stuff that I need to go inside. Now, some of these I've already got partially made with some scraps and stuff. I found some other bits and pieces that I might use. What I'm conscious of at the moment is that it's bulking right out already. So I know I'm going to put a ribbon around it, but I don't want it to be too bulky. So the stuff I'm going to kind of go for now is going to be less bulk where possible. Okay, so like I said, I've got a couple of these. These are perfect for the really small ones at the front. And what I want to do with these is I just want to introduce some of the colour. I'm quite happy with the autumnal colours in it. I just want to introduce some other bits of colour here and there to kind of bring it all together. Well, that's the plan, and then they just need to be backed, and they will be great for the first 2 pieces. So I'll be putting that on one. Yeah, I can put that on first. I don't really think this one particularly needs anything else. I hate when you think the camera is rolling and it's not. But there you go. There's not a lot you can do, is there? I've got this squirrel who's a bit big for anything at the moment, and I've still got this hedgehog that I want to put on somewhere, but I don't really know where that's going to go either. And I've got this leaf that's not going to go on there, but that's the type of thing I'm looking for. So as I said, at the moment I'm just looking for, I'm probably quite happy with that it brings that colour in, because I think the rest of it is, like I said, autumnal colours. Autumnal, whatever. And actually that doesn't need to be backed, so I'm not going to back that one. I will ink around the edges on that one though. I've got this one here that I had, I think this one was from Tatty Treasures, and I think the colours again are perfect, but I do want to add something to this, and I think popping our little friend either on the front there or even on the back there will look super cute. I think I'm going to put him I'm not sure I like him on the front, but he does bring the whole theme together. So yeah, we'll go with that, which leaves the back completely open for journaling. So we've got another little fella there, and this is what I like about having kind of like part made up journal cards and stuff, is that you can really just play around with them and do, you know, make them kind of like your own when you're ready to use them, you know. Okay, so that's the plan. These are pages again from the kit. I'm conscious this one video is going on probably past an hour now, but what I would like to do is kind of try and get as much finished as I can, and then I can do a flip through, finish any odd bits off and just do a flip through. I was hoping to keep this down to about 3 videos, but because the video wasn't recording when I did the signatures, sewed them in. I'm either gonna get away with possibly 3, possibly even 2. Okay, so again, that doesn't need backing, it just needs inking. I've got some more of these that I think, all these even. These are cute, super cute little journal card in there. So they just need a little bit of embellishing on the front. I've got some blue ones as well, some tags with some blue in, which I think might be useful for some of the scenes where I've got more blue in them. Okay, I'm just going to grab my stamp, 2 seconds. So I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on these first. And then I'm going to use some brown stays on. And I'm just going to take that out actually. Just do some quick stamping on that, and I've got another one somewhere, so do that at the same time. And I will also then ink around ink around the edges as well. Okay, I think I'm actually going to stop it there, because I think this video is going to be way too long. So I'm going to stop it there, and then I'm going to start a new video. So I won't, well, I will say goodbye, and I'll speak to you soon, but it'll literally be for me a couple of seconds, for you probably a couple of days, but I will catch you soon. Bye for now.